Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of our young project season under Wrexham, as we're going to go through youth players all the way through, or as much as we can, because it is quite hard to find these youth players. So we are end of January, that's where we left off last time. We're doing okay in the league, we're in the top 5 I believe. We was 3rd, I think we have dropped quite a lot of points recently, but we're hoping to get back into winning ways after January has now done. So this episode hopefully will go from January all the way to the end of the season. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully that is the plan. So let's get to it, see if we can get into the playoffs for the end of the season. So here we have it, the end of February, and now we are just about to finish the end of this month, which normally means we have got some new youth prodigy coming through. Again, we're struggling with results. Obviously, we got rid of a lot of our good players to bring in the youth players who are still developing, but 2 draws, 1 loss, 1 win, which isn't that bad, I guess, but it's not great. It's not top end of the form. We have upset the board because, as you can see at the top right, we're not doing too great on their behalf, but we should be on unsackable mode, so we should see how that goes. Let's have a little look at the league standings. We are now in 6th place, which I don't know if that is inside the playoffs or not. We are we're technically 6 points away from 2nd and 4 points away from 4th and 3rd. So we are still able to do it. We can still do it. So let's just skip ahead now to get our youth system scouts in order, so we are able to select them. So let's head over there right now and check it out. Again, we're going to start with the super keeper, see if there's any absolute worldies out there that we can sign. We shall see. So to be fair, we've got some decent ones here, not too bad. 16-year-old here who looks half decent. We're going to say no to that geezer. We're going to say no to him. And we're going to say no to him. We've got an option between these 3 who's going to be the better players. We shall see. In terms of what they are, we're going to have a little look at this geezer. So he's 50 rated. Let's have a little look at our keepers. So we've got a 50 and a 53. In terms of progression, they're still progressing quite nicely. I'm going to make the decision to release Schmidt from the youth setup, and we're going to sign Simon because he's going to be a minimum the same. And we'll take a little look at him now in just a second to see if he's good, because his minimum was 50, so even if we got a 51, 52 is still better than what we had, which is good. Now we're going to have a look at our midfield to see if there's any good players here, and instantly you can see there's some decent ones here. There are some decent ones here. Let's just hope the progression, the potential is as good as they're looking on here, which is not looking great, I'm not going to lie to you. In terms of their instant ability, they're pretty good in terms of like 55 to 74, 51 to 79. But his max potential is potentially 70, which is not great in terms of what we want him for. An 88 for there. Look, if we go to our system, if we look at our midfielders we've got, the potentials are really, really good. And some of them are really, really, really good in terms of what they can cope with. So I may just make the decision and say I'm not going to sign anyone from here. I don't think there's anyone better that I'm picking up than that's already in my youth squad. So for me, I don't see why I should be signing anybody else if they're not better than what I am. And last but not least now is our forward line. The Welsh search as it looks. Oof, I was going to say this looks terrible. We got an 81 to 94 rated there. 14 years old. We got a 17-year-old, which is a 54 to 74-year-old. 54 to 74 potential rating. But again, these potentials are not great. You can see that just above my camera. Have I just signed someone? Damn it. No, I haven't. they are not great to do. He's the only one I would potentially look at. Saying that, he could be half decent as well. His 85 potential rating is quite high. Yeah, as a left winger as well. We'll have a little look at what left wingers we've got. We might take the risk, and I mean might. See, we've only got one left winger. We've got loads of right wingers. So, like, someone like him, I might let go to bring in the left winger. And then striker-wise, so I'm going to sign him. And then striker-wise then, 81 to 94. We can see what that left winger, okay, not a bad left winger to bring in, really, on the hindsight. He's kind of hitting more of his peak now, which is pretty cool. But yeah, not a bad little striker. So it's 48 rated with 82 to 94 potential. Is it worth potentially losing a right winger for him? Don't know. It might be worth losing a potential right winger. Who are we gonna lose? I'm gonna say we're gonna release him, and we're gonna go and sign him. And that's just simply based off that we got more right wingers than needed and of very similar ages. So we are now going to skip now to the end of March to get our new signings and see how we get on the league. Don't forget now, at the end of April, this is when our scout system, well, the next one is the last one we're going to get. So we will be able to search for some more. So let's get straight to it. One thing I did forget to show you just a second ago was obviously our youth team and how it's going. So we're going to go via age for a second. So the youngest we got is 14 years old, going all the way up to 17-year-old, where you can see we have got one or two decent wingers coming through. Anything, if we can get a potential of someone between 70 and 80 consistently, that would be absolutely fantastic to bring in and obviously develop more. I'm going to try and keep them in here as long as I can. But if we need them, we need them to be playing. So, yeah, as you can see, we've got some decent young players coming through. Some of them are really young and working on, but they've got a really high potential. So we just need to wait for them to do their thing. And hopefully they can become the superstars they're going to become. So, now let's skip to the end of this month. So, we are now at the end of the March, and this is our last ever report from this search that we did. We are now at the 1st of April when we get to that section, where our new report will come in, and it will be our last one of the searches. So, we need to take a little look at one or two things regarding that, but we did have a notification saying we have got a youth player who's unsettled, which is that Edison Taximir Texas guy. I'm going to call him Texas. We're going to call him Texas. Let's go to the youth system and let's see why he's unsettled. So he's a centre midfielder with a very good potential. He's 59. He's 16 years old. I'm going to promote him just so we can get him into the main squad. He's got a very good potential of 85 up to 93, which is good enough for our squad. So even though he's not happy, we're going to get him involved into the main team. And now we're going to go advance ahead to the first, where we're able to get our report. So let's have a little look. We're on the first. We're playing Exeter, by the way, which is a nice little game. And we are going to go straight to the youth report. I'm going to start with the German keepers, as always, to see if there's anything here that I'm going to be overly excited about, which there isn't. There is potentially one, which is this person, 15 years old. Look, he's not better than what we've got. So for me, I'm going to say no. And we're going to move on from the keepers. That's the last search we're going to have from them keepers. And And then boom, he is now available to create a new one. So we'll do that after we've completed all the others. So next up, we are looking at our midfielders to see what we have available here. And again, it's nothing great. We're definitely going to say no. We're definitely going to say no. I'm kind of tempted to say yes on a couple of these. Mainly him. So Cabral, we're going to sign him, see how he goes. Why not? Why not? It's our last ever report. And let's have a look at the striker. So I'm intrigued straight away to see what this is about. It's Kai Johnson. Is a no from me. Good potential on that player. It's a no from me on this person. No on this person. No on this person. No on Alan. Alan. Steve. And then we got Wood. Wood. I got Wood. It's a no from me. So it's just a potential for Ethan Connick. Let's go and see if he's see what he's all about. Where does he play? He is a right winger. There we go. We had loads of right wingers in this club, if you remember last time. Let's see how they're doing potential wise. Left winger. Look. We brought him in, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. His potential was going to drop a little bit. I'm going to get rid of... I'm actually going to promote him to the team. So we're able to bring in this... Because he's not a bad player. He's just not as good as I want him to be. So, now let's go and search for our new stuff. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's go and check out, first of all, our youth team. And then we're going to go back then to create our assignments. So this is our youth team and how it looks at the moment. We got some two very, very good keepers, very similar age, who are pushing each other to the max. I need to set a development plan so he can be a better sweeper keeper, which is what I like to play with in game. We got a very good left back. As far as I'm concerned, I'm very, very happy with this progression at the moment. We got some very good centre midfielders. One of them being 65 at the moment. I'm definitely going to promote him very soon. And we got Silva, who is 62. They are going to be promoted, and I definitely think they could be integrated into the team very quickly. I am keeping an eye out just in case there is someone who's unhappy who wants to be moved into that team, because we can move him in straight away. We've also got a left winger, Harry Lloyd, who's very good as well, who might be able to progress into the team. We got some very young strikers who are very good as well. So the team is looking pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with it. Our highest overall player is 65, 63 and 62, with some of the highest potential being 71 to 74, 71 sorry to 94, 83 to 94, 84 to 94, 83 to 94 and 90 to 94. Again, these are very young, so the younger they are, the higher potential gaps are going to be. And then as they get older, as their progression goes further and their overall gets higher, their potential will move down equally to it. Same as their height, so he may be 5'4" now at 14, but when he starts playing a bit more football, get a bit older, 17, he may go up to a 5'9", 6 foot centre midfielder. So that's something to always keep an eye on. So I'm going to have a little look now at our youth scouts and where we want to go and how we want to play and what types of players we do need in our squad. So here we have it. I've decided where I'm going, what I'm doing, and where I'm sending them for, and what type of styles of player I want. So I have sent our first scout to Spain, and I've gone for them to search for a right and left back and a centre back as well. I need wing backs. I haven't got any that are absolutely phenomenal at a young age. We need them ready for next season potentially. I have then gone for a centre defensive midfielder and a centre midfielder in England. Again, holding box to box, deep lying playmaker as well. And then we're better to go for a striker and left and right wingers, other than Portugal. 9 months over there, looking for an inside forward and an advanced forward. What can possibly go wrong? So now what we're going to do, we're going to skip ahead again. This will be on the 1st of the month. Hopefully these reports will come in. The next one will be 1st of January. So let's get to it and to see how it goes. One thing I did forget to show you was obviously the league standings. We are back up to 3rd now. Again, this is simming every single match. So I'm not playing anything. All I'm doing is quick simming through the season with no playing at all in any of these games. We are back up to 3rd place, so we are doing really well. We are actually 1 point away from 2nd. Birmingham City have walked this league and should never be in here personally, which obviously gives us a taste of how next season could potentially be if we do qualify automatically, which is a real possibility with being 1 point away. We are in April. We have some very tough fixtures coming up, but as you know, anything can happen in football. So let's skip to the end of this month again and see how it goes. So we are coming to the end of April, and as you can see, we've got 1 more month now until the beginning of May. I forgot that we have a youth tournament, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this youth tournament now, but I want to show you the standings of where we're at the moment, which is really good towards the end of the season. We are currently in 5th position. We're 3 points away from 2nd still. We've got a game in hand on the 3rd and 4th above us, so if we win that, we've got a very good chance of potentially going definitely 3rd, but maybe 2nd if Huddersfield lose the last couple of games. We shall see. I don't know how many games are left. Let's have a little look, and we can see how we've done this month so far. So this month so far, we had we won 3 games, we lost 1, and we drew 2. In terms of, we got 2 more league games available, so we can definitely catch them if it goes our right way. But we want to stay at least in the playoff positions to try and get that opportunity. That means just by winning every single game we got, and that is some hard games. So we got Wigan and we got Burton. Again, there's some really tough games for us in the mix of that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go over to the youth tournament. The squad I'm going to be picking is this. So this is the squad. I'm going to pick Andrews, Corrier, Brown, Connick, and Simon. Again, these are the best young potentials that we've got. I want to keep them there, and we're going to go through the tournament using this squad, and I'll let you know what happens in the final when I show you the final. Also then, after this, then we'll have our new set of youth players coming in from our new set of targets that we want to hit. So that'll be good and interesting to see if particular countries are better than others. So let's get straight to this, and I'll be back with you with the final and then the next upcoming prospects, hopefully through to this Wrexham side. So here we have it, the final of the Youth Cup. We are playing Charlton, which back in the day used to be a Premier League side. Back in the day, that was a long little time ago now, but remember Darren Bent playing for them. What a great player he was. I'm going to say Darren Bent's probably one of the most underrated strikers in Premier League history. Gotta be. He was so underrated. People just did not respect him. And he's part of the 100 goal club in the Premier League, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, there's not many people who get to that stage. But here we go. We're on the attack now with our centre midfielder, Corrier. Oh, run it back. Bend it like Beckham. Maybe not. Play the ball back. Play across. Finish. Sweaty goal. Nice little goal. Nice little finish by Cornick, who I believe is our left winger. I'm not too sure. It's either our left or right winger. Because you've got Brown then, who's our left back, who's our only defender in this side. Because we only play 1 defender and 1 keeper. Because, I mean, we're here to score goals, not to defend. Right then, so now we're on the way through. To be fair, oh, what a ball through. Got to swing his back post. Oh, that's not seeing it. Try to power shot it. Whoa, got a free kick for something? Don't know what for. Very cheeky 1-2. Play it back, open up the pitch a bit. Play it back again. Play it wide. Trying to open up that little pitch so we can get them little runs going that we like to do. And here they are. Oh, I thought he was going to make one then. Oh, he has. Sweaty goal. Nice. Nice and easy. Again, I haven't put the difficulty up, but I'll probably do it for the next one if I ever do make another one. But I got a couple of different video ideas to see how it'll go. That was terrible. So we are going to be doing different styles of videos again in an episode form. They're too long just to do one big long video. Because one episode is around about an hour long really, and I try and cut it down the best I can because I try to go into as much detail as I possibly can. A great goal there, scored, and we're 3-0 up. We definitely got this in the bag quite easily. Play it back to the keeper. What's his skill move like? Not very good. Oh, don't know what that was. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk. You can tell he's a left back. But yeah, I do like this game mode. I think it's pretty cool. Oh god, that's terrible. He's about 7 foot tall. The thing is, I'm using 13, 14-year-old. He's my oldest player. He matches the size of the others. These players, man, are so small compared to the opposite team. Oh no. I like to use my best potential players to try and get them some game time. And try and improve them a little bit throughout the tournament. Even if they go up by 1 or half or something, it's still half more or 1 more that they can progress through and up their potential with as well. That's a bad tackle. Well, it's a good tackle, but bad control at the end of it. I'm going to go forward my left back, win the ball back up high. Good finish. You know what, right? My left back's probably the best finisher in the team, which is crazy. I would love to see his stats actually and his potential for finishing. Oh, nice little interception over there, sir. Back post. Oh, no. That's a poor shot. Got a hold angle. Both. Oh no, it's too soon. Too late it was. Oh god, he's got pace, that guy has. I don't know how he missed that. I'm gonna play the ball short now. Oh, I'm gonna zip it straight in there. They play a really low line, these guys do. Really deep. Oh god, what an F was that, Alex? Oh, he just booted her anyway. Play the ball down. A little pass about with it. Yeah, we go. Nice little 5-0 win there. 10 out of 10s for all the players, apart from the keeper, obviously, because he never had much to do. But again, this is what helps the team out and what helps the progression of the players that we play with. And again, yeah, some really good progression players. So his development bonus is very high at the moment, medium. For some of them are low who are not playing. Match XP was very low, but good stuff all in all. Very proud of what we're doing. So next now, I'm going to go ahead and skip over to where we get our new players for our new scouting regime come through. So let's go straight to that so I can show you what to do. So here we have it, the 1st of May. This is where we go and get our youth scout report come through, and again we got Spain, England and Portugal. I'm really excited for these because I think we're going to get some really good players, but the first one's always not as good as the other. So let's have a little look at the report and see what we get. We got some left mid, left backs, left wings. I don't know why we got a left mid. Did I search left mid instead of left wing? No. Bit interesting. Don't know why we're getting left wingers by here. Maybe he can be progressed into a left back, and that's the reason why. Bit interesting to see why we're getting left wingers, left mids coming in and stuff like that. But it should be something that we can potentially look at in the future. Some really it's not great players, but here we've got a 53 to 69 rated, 66 to 88, but there it's not great, but you know what I mean. It's something. Yeah. For me, I'm not going to sign any of them. None of them are good enough to be at our club. And we're going to swiftly move on to England. Let's have a little look now. We're looking at the potentials. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I'm looking at progressing them up to. And again, there's nothing here that really stands out. Okay, they can be decent depending on how they go. I may keep them there just for the minute. So what's his name? Nicholas Taylor. 82 potential max, but he could be really good for 50 to 66 rated now. So it might be something that we can keep an eye on to see how he goes. He's 14 years old. We'll see. We'll keep him there for the minute. Now Portugal, this is where I'm hoping we're going to get some really good players come through. Again, we got some really poor statistical players coming through, which is not great. Going to reject. Gonna reject a max of 66. Like, we're playing a 66 rated standard football now. And again, I'm gonna reject him, which is not great. An 83, but there. Again, it's not great. There's 4 roles available for this player. He can play inside forward, he can play striker as well, which is pretty cool. And he can play right wing, but that's just a wide playmaker forward, which is probably not what I'm looking for. The reason I'm saying I'm going to keep these, because I'm going to have a little look to see if there's anyone we can progress up the ranks here. So we have got 2 centre midfielders I feel that could potentially come into the squad now. I'm going to promote this senior player because he's coming towards the potential of his max potential. I'm going to promote our left winger as well. So we're going to do that, and that does make room for these 2 players to come through the ranks. So Nicholas Taylor, welcome to the club. And obviously we got Carlos. We're going to call him Carlos. We're going to sign him. I don't know how well he's going to be and how good he's going to be, but we're going to sign him and see how it goes. At least now we've made 2 different signings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the scout, show you our youth team right now, and then we're going to head to the end of the season where we're going to show you if we can hit, as you remember we are in 5th, if we can hit the playoffs, yes or no, and that would be very interesting to see. But I'll keep you up to date game by game with them, and we may actually sim them correctly. I'm not too sure, or I may keep ours going. We'll see how it goes and see how I feel. So here we have it. Let's have a little look at our youth squad, and I'm going to put it into overall status. You can see the left winger we signed is about 50 rated, which isn't the bad. It's towards the top end of his potential, which is good, but he's only 14, so we can work with that and we can see how that goes. And then who's the other one? Taylor, wasn't it? Nicholas Taylor, 54 rated. We'll see how it goes again. Keep a close little eye on it. 62 to 82. If we can try and keep that up to 82 as best as we can, but I doubt it. But it could be potential for him then to move on. So what I'm going to do, I am now going to skip ahead and to see what's going on after these 2 games, see where we stand. So there we have it. It is now the end of the season, and we did get 3rd position, joint 2nd, technically on points, but we did lose it. That got down to goal different, but I think that's a very, very good points tally, considering our average squad was 20 years old. 20 years old, more like 21, but 20.8 to be exact. But that is a fantastic achievement from us. Really good players coming in. I don't know who we're playing next. As you can see, we won our last 2 games. I don't know when the schedule will come out for this. We're going to skip a little bit ahead for here. But whoever we're playing now, we should be able to see where, if we're going to go up or down. I believe it's 3rd to 6th place. Rings a bell. I'm not too sure. Have playoffs. We shall see if we are able to achieve this playoff dream or not. Bear with me while we sort this out. So here we have it. You can't see it because of my camera, but on the left hand side you can see we are playing Wickham in the playoff over a 2-legged stint. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skip now to the day before it, see how we got on. As you can see, it plays out by here. It shows us the score, and please say we win 1-0. That's a good little lead to take in to the next leg where we can try and earn promotion. This, I imagine, is the first leg. I don't really know how promotions really work, if I'm honest with you, playoffs. I normally just win the league, you know what I mean? But anyway, so that is the first leg. Now we're going to move on to the second leg and see if we can get promoted. In the middle of all that commotion of the playoffs, being in the semi-final of the playoffs, or whatever you want to call it, I forgot we have got a youth scout report which has come back, so let's go and check it out. We're going to start with England in the middle, see what we have got by here. And I think we've actually got some very good potential players. Look at these. Look at that one, for instance. Absolutely phenomenal. So we're going to reject him. We're going to reject him. And I think we're going to try and sign all 3 of these, because I think they are absolutely phenomenal in terms of what we can expect from these types of players. So if we take ourselves to the youth side of it, And the highest rated ones, I'm going to promote all these to the team because I think they are ready to work and promote, be used and be done. So the next thing then, I'm going to have a look at lowest potentials. Nicholas Taylor, I had a feeling this is going to happen. His low potential is really low, so unfortunately we're going to release him. A lot of these then are pretty decent, to be fair. Keeper, how many keepers have we got? Let's have a little look. So again, I think we've got one main keeper. This keeper is just not as good, so we're going to release that keeper and just keep him as our main keeper. In terms of signing players, I want to sign all 3 of these because I think they're going to be absolutely fantastic talents, all 3 of them. And the only way we're going to keep them is by signing them into our squad. Next, let's head over to Espanyol to see what type of players we have got. See if there's any decent ones over here for us. To be honest, there's nothing standing out like we did in England, to be fair. So we're going to reject. We're going to reject. We might keep. Actually, I'm probably going to reject, to be fair. We kind of want the more 17, 16, 15-year-olds instead of the 13 or 14s. Next, we are going to have a little look now at our Portuguese flavors of the month and see if any of these are tidy enough to promote. Again, it's not insane left mid. I don't play with a left mid, so I don't really want him. Low potential, okay potential, low potential. So it's just left between these 2. And I'm going to sign them both if I can. No, I can't. I'm going to make the decision and reject. Simply based, I don't think he is better than anything else that I have got at the moment. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and show you our youth squad, and then we will be back for the second leg of our playoff final, or semi-final, or whatever it is. So everyone, this is our youth squad, and I'm going to put this into position order. Our strikers are very young, but they are coming along quite nice. Potential still high. I'm going to put it into lowest to highest, so you can see, look, that there are lowest and these are our highest. So we still got this left winger, which is really good of him to stay. He has got a lower potential, so I might just automatically keep him there as long as we can, and then get him in just before the new start of the season, so then we can probably loan him out potentially. I will have to start loaning some players up because I think we're just going to have too many for our squad, which isn't a bad thing because we can pick the best that we've got. And there's some really, really good talented players, which hopefully may have a little bonus if we do get promoted. So, talking of promotions, let's head over now where we can go and see if we do win this match. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip past here and press yes, and we'll be able to see it in front of us. Here we go. We're 1-0 up on aggregate. We went 3-1. We absolutely dominated them. Absolutely fantastic. So now we'll go into the next stage, which I believe will be the final, and see if we can get actually promoted. So we won the semi-final. Now we're into the final to hopefully get promoted. So here we have it. We have the final. Charlton versus Wrexham. Can we beat them again? They're a Premier League side, an ex-Premier League side from back in the day. They've got very good infrastructure. They're a very good side. And what I'm going to do, we're just going to go and skip it. We're just going to go ahead and skip it to see if we can get promoted. Here we go. Oh, no. We lose 4-2 in the cup to Charlton. And that means we do not get the promotion, which I feel we so deservedly deserve from this season. Let's take a little look at how our players have done over the season. Let's have a little look at the stats. Let's have a little look at everything. So when we have a look, we've got some great players back here and some really high goals. We're looking for our top goal scorer and where he is on this list. There he is. So Yassine is 11 goals from 32 appearances, which isn't amazing. But then we got Fred John, who's also had 11 goals from 38. Seems like we got a good overall team who are scoring goals for us. But then again, when we look at the goal difference, we were really, really behind the rest of the two. So that could be some sort of issue that we're looking at. But we'll see how it goes next season. We got Rathbone, who has been now sold, because again, he's above the age. He's an OG player from here. He had 9 assists in 43 appearances. And we had Dobson, who again is also, I believe, has been sold as well, with 6 assists in 44. We got El Zain, who's our right back, who we brought in. I think he's probably got to be pushing 20, 21 now, with 5 assists as well. Clean sheets, I don't think we had that many. Oh, we did. We had 10. We had 10 in 44 games, which was 6 off the Golden Glove record. Look, I don't really care about yellow and red cards personally. Wasn't a bad season. If we put it into consideration of what we did, the team we had, if we have a look at the team right now, when we have a look at this team here of very young individuals, so our left winger is 21, our striker 17, our right winger 19, our centre midfielder 17, 27 Dobson, he's one of the OGs, 18-year-old midfielder. We got a 21-year-old right back. We have a 18-year-old centre back, an 18-year-old centre back, a 20-year-old left back, and a 22-year-old keeper. What can we say about that is progression. We've got Lewis, who's our striker, who's 18 years old, striker. We've got a left winger who's 17-year-old on the bench, 18-year-old right winger, a 21-year-old centre defensive mid who could potentially take over Dobson, who will be taking over Dobson. We've got Scar, who has now been sold, who's 30 years old. We've got another centre midfielder who's 20 years old. We've got another one who's 22. Even down to the bench, look at all these. We've got a 16-year-old. We got a 16-year-old, but they're 20-year-old. We got a very, very young squad of talent coming through, which is absolutely fantastic to see for the benefit of the club, but also for the benefit of the game as well, in terms of having these young players who are good enough to play come through. I am going to promote our left winger Miranda now, simply because it's at the end of the season, so now I want him in so we're able to loan some players out. We may have to loan him, or we're going to have to find a way to play him. We have got people's contracts coming to an end. I did manage to secure our best winger for another year, but in terms of these, the reason I'm getting rid of them, not good enough, too old, not good enough, and that's the simple reason why I'm getting rid of them out of their contracts. We have got some players coming back from loans who will have to be sold as well, so we've got a bit of cash flow coming in. Again, we will still be looking out for our youth prodigy to come into the club and seeing how that goes. So we now move on to season 2, but we will be back very soon with another youth prodigy style game in just a second. But we are going to be looking at our scout report for the youth at the beginning of July, so don't forget to stick around for that before we go into season 2.